Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to band practice. I'm Emma.
And I'm Madison, and today we're going to be playing a little game of over or underrated. So, we asked you guys for some submissions, and we came up with some stuff on our own that we just wanted to chat about and give our opinion about,
Yeah,
of course. But basically, we're just going to say a random thing. We split it up into a couple different categories: fashion, health and wellness, celebrities slash social media, and places or like different activities to do. And we're just gonna say if we think they're overhyped, underhyped, or deserve the hype.
exactly. I'm very excited. This is going to be fun, and I love our list.
Yeah, I see people do this on their stories sometimes. Like I follow a couple of people who do it pretty regularly, and they'll just have people like submit in the little question box, and then they'll say their take on it. And it's always just really fun to see different people's opinions.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'm really excited to share mine.
I'm really excited too. If there's one thing we like to do, it's share our opinions. So
Even when
we
nobody
love a hot
asked.
take.
Yeah.
Literally. I was like, yeah, I just keep coming up with these episode ideas where I'm like, I just want to talk about things I like and don't like.
Yeah, and that's the concept of the podcast. That's the concept of the band.
Exact. That's true. That's why you're all here.
Well, how have you been? How has your week been?
Oh, it was good. Right after we finished recording the last episode, I got pink eye within
Yeah.
hours.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had a little pink eye Jeremy girl moment. All better now. But yeah, again, I've spent the last 2 weeks just in bed watching movies and shows. I think I watched like 6 different movies this weekend. It was interesting, but really fun. And then today, right after this, I'm going to a Phoenix Mercury basketball game, the first one of the season. And so I'm really excited.
So fun. You're coming out of your
Yeah.
sickness era with a bang.
Yes. Yes. This is literally like my first big adventure out into the public, and I'm very excited.
That was rough. I mean, last episode you were a
Yeah.
trooper, and then right after double whammy with the pink eye.
Literally, like
Crazy.
that was crazy. It's like, damn. And I think that's a symptom of like the newest COVID variant. So even though I kept testing negative, I feel like I might have just had COVID. And like
Yeah.
that would make sense of why I was sick for so long. But I don't know.
Oof.
I guess at this point it doesn't matter. I'm all better and probably not contagious.
Yeah, you made it out the other side.
So I did.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I deserve a medal. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm really excited to go to the basketball game because I've always wanted to get into the WNBA. And yeah, I just want to support our ladies.
Yes, absolutely. They were actually playing. Well, wait, maybe it wasn't the Mercury. Some WNBA game they were actually playing at a restaurant I was at the other day, and I was like, "Hey, oh my gosh!" Because I
Oh my
never see
God,
them like
period.
on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. So what have you been up to?
Not much. I just went to the first farmers market of the season. We talked about it last
I
week.
saw.
Yes, I'm making my summer dream come true. It was the one
Yes.
actually like in my neighborhood right by my house, and it was like my favorite farmers market I've ever been to. It was so good. Yeah,
It looked like it had like the best pastries.
it did.
Everything looked so yummy.
Yes, I had my first non-vegan donut. If you didn't listen to the
Wow.
past episodes, I'm in my non-vegan era. Yeah, so I tried it out today. It was really good, like a little local
Mm-hmm.
bakery. And yeah, Ben's friends are in town, so I dragged one of them with me to the farmers market, and he loved it. So it's just a little farmers market
Period.
morning.
I love that. I'm so jealous. I love a farmer's market morning.
Hmm.
I keep forgetting to look up a local farmer's market near me, but I'll do it. I'll get there.
Yeah, we'll have to go to this one when you're in town for the weekend. So fun.
Yes, please, please.
Yes. Well, what are you drinking?
I literally don't have any beverages at home, and I managed my morning very poorly. Like, so I left Brandon's, and then halfway home, I realized I left my ginormous bag of popcorn at his place. Like, I literally door dashed AMC popcorn, like the party bag.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I will not be leaving without that. So I had to go back to get that. And then I came home and realized, or not realized, but like I had a package of these like TV trays. And so I sat there building them and then like ran out of time to even get ready for this. And so and then the fridge was empty. So I was like, well, All we had today is some nice cold water, baby. But I did add some Mio, so it's strawberry kiwi water.
Ooh, fun. And you need the extra hydration. I respect it. You're
Exactly. So
healing. You're
yeah,
healing.
I am in my healing era. So yeah, I'm hydrated queen, and I'll just pretend like that was on purpose, and that's what I wanted to drink this morning.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Really, I wanted Dutch Bros, but there was no time.
You can get some after. It'll be your little reward
Yeah,
for working
exactly.
so hard recording this
Oh,
podcast.
yes, I know. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a coffee from the farmer's market. I got a cold brew
Ooh,
with oat milk and vanilla,
nice.
and I haven't had cold brew in a long time. I normally just always get a latte. And I feel like because cold brew, there's like less milk in it, it just gets me hyped up. I feel like the milk is like a buffer for the caffeine,
Right.
So I'm already feeling the jitters and I'm like only halfway done with it. So we'll see how
Oh my
today goes.
gosh. I'm too weak for cold brew. Can't be done in this body.
Uh-huh.
But respect.
Thank you. Thank you. It is delicious
Yeah.
though, so I am going to drink it.
It looks like the perfect shade of
Mm-hmm.
coffee color. So
Yes. I know. She handed it to me and I was like,
delightful.
correct. Yeah, you did that.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we just hop on in?
Let's do it. Let's hop on in.
All right. Well, our first category is fashion. So we're going to do some of our fashion takes. I feel the first one is like, I think we're talking about shoes because these Adidas has been coming out with like, well, I guess they've always had these shoes, but like their shoes are just trending the most right now, I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
especially, with Harry Styles and his little satellite stompers.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know. But yeah, our thoughts on like Adidas Sambas or Gazelles.
um,
What are we thinking?
I think, well, they definitely are overhyped, I'd say, because they're just
Mm-hmm.
like so hyped right now. Like, I feel like, everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people are wearing Adidas. But I do think they're
Right.
deserving of the hype because they're such a classic shoe. I think maybe what might be overhyped and more of like a micro trend are like the colorful ones. I feel like because of Harry Styles, like green
Yeah.
and pink and yellow, those ones might like die out a little bit. But I feel like a classic Adidas Samba could never be overhyped. But then again, do you remember in high school when everybody was wearing Adidas Superstars?
Yeah.
It could be a moment like that where we look
It could be
back
one
on
of
the
them.
Samba like we look back on the Superstar.
Right.
So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I agree. I actually never got Superstars. I got into Adidas with Stan Smiths when those
Mm.
had a moment. And
Hmm.
I feel like those are still like a nice, clean, classic shoe. Probably not trendy right now, but like I feel like it still holds up. But yeah, I worry about like the colorful and like the platform, but
Hmm.
a Samba is really for me right now. I think they're accurately rated. Yeah, I would say they're accurately rated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see in like 5 years how we look back on this era, though.
right.
The next one we have is micro slash maxi skirts. I feel like a reasonable length of skirt just isn't a thing right now. Like I see tiny,
Yeah,
tiny micro ones or like full length maxi skirts. Like a
right.
reasonable length is just not happening right now. And I do love both a micro and a maxi skirt, but I guess I would say they're overhyped because of the functionality of like a micro.
Hmm. I also can we discuss like what are us adult women wearing under our skirts? Are we wearing little shorts still, or are we just doing undies? Because I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Normally under I have like Skims boy shorts. Like they're not like
Oh, okay.
shorts, but they're like full
Yeah, like
underwear,
a
like a little boy short. And
boy
if I wear
short
like
undie.
if I wear like a shorter skirt, I'll wear those under just so you feel like a little
Okay.
protected.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see these girlies with the tiny, tiny micros, and I'm like, you couldn't even put shorts under that. They'd pop out the bottom.
No. Exactly. No Nike Pro would fit under there.
No.
But respect. And I'm like, if I mean, you just have to be aware. You might be showing some cheek, and I respect that, but I don't know that I personally want to show cheek.
Hmm.
So yeah, I also think they're overrated. And like maxi skirt, like really in the summer, like oh my god, I'm gonna die of heat
Hmm.
stroke. And I don't know. I think they're cute. Like the lacy ones are cute, but probably already being overdone, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I love them for the moment, but I'd say long term, they're not going to stick around.
All right, now I'm thinking like aesthetics and how they have certain names. We're like
Mhm.
naming every little style like clean girl aesthetic, cottage core or what is it like grandma cottage core? I don't know.
Coastal
But like the
grandma.
name coastal grandma, yes. Like all of these named aesthetics over or under?
Over, for sure. I'm over it.
For sure, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Like let's just wear an outfit.
exactly. And I even see, I think it's like younger people, like maybe people that are in high school right now. I sometimes will get TikToks from them. And there's like all these different names that I didn't even know were was a thing, but there's like downtown girl or
Oh my
like
gosh.
which I think is more of like a city style. I can't even think of the other ones, but I saw this one that was like examples of outfits for all of the different niches and I was like, please just cut it out.
That's all the same girl.
Right?
Let's just
On a
start
different
there.
day.
Like you just yeah, you're still all a part of the same subculture of like Gen Z.
Mhm.
I just think it's kind of funny. But I mean harmless at the end of the day, but yeah, I think all of those little things it's getting tired and overrated.
Yeah, I think what is helpful is I've heard people, I forget the girl, but there's I think one specific girl that talks about this, finding like your three words for your style. So it's not
Yeah.
necessarily like a niche that you fall into. It's kind of like you create your own niche. Like you could be like, oh, I'm sporty, comfy chic. And that's like your own
Right.
aesthetic, you know, rather than trying to fit into like coastal grandma every single day. Like I'd get sick and tired of that.
Exactly. No, I love that concept. I've tried to come up with my three, but it's so hard.
I know. I don't even know. Maybe,
Still racking my brain about it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe our personal style just is still developing, and that's okay too.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a work in progress.
Yeah, especially going into like your 20s. Like, I'm like, what are we? Sometimes I see things and I'm like, am I too old for that? Or like,
Right.
I saw this TikTok the other day. This girl was in Brandy Melville and she said she was 24 and she was like using an audio that was like, does it look weird that I'm here right now? Like, do I look weird here right now? Because it's all teens. And then I'm like, oh yeah,
Right.
I'm not a teenage girl. Like, I am
Literally.
in spirit, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's like we're in that weird point of life where like are we dressing like adults or teenagers still or like are we just in between? I don't know.
I know. And it's also hard to even find places to shop because it's like some are
Mhm.
so teeny boppy, but I don't want to be like business casual, like adult
Yeah.
store. Like I'm not doing that. But yeah, I think
Exactly.
probably everybody in their mid 20s kind of feels that way.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, our last fashion one is cowboy boots. I think, listen, a classic cowboy boot I think you can't go wrong. Like that's just a classic. It's
Mhm.
timeless. It's always going to be in style. I think where we get into the overhyped area is like metallic cowboy boots,
Ooh.
like
Mhm.
bedazzled cowboy boots, like sexy cowgirl overhyped. But like
Yeah,
timeless cowgirl always a slay.
absolutely. I think honestly, I think they're overrated, but I'm still gonna rock them. I'm still gonna wear them.
I
You know what I
actually
mean?
don't
Like I
I
think
don't have a pair. You do?
I don't have a pair right now
Oh, okay.
anymore. I got rid of them. I feel like not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I got on the cowboy boot thing pretty early. I remember I thrifted a pair 4 years ago and was kind of trying to style them in like a little fun way.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, obviously they're classic in the sense of like a functionality aspect. Like obviously cowboys and cowgirls are going to wear their boots, but like for like a fashion trendy girl, I feel like it's just like we're all wearing them.
Hmm.
But that's okay. It's okay to like indulge in something that is still overrated.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, our next topic is health and wellness. This one is
Mhm.
very interesting because I have
Yeah.
just very strong opinions about health and wellness trends. So let's get into it. Okay, the first one is heat/cold therapy, like saunas. I'm thinking like cryotherapy, cold
Mhm.
plunges, hot yoga, infrared vibe.
Okay.
I'd say this is overrated, although I do love both. Last night we went in our jacuzzi at our complex for the first time.
Mm,
Impeccable. It was amazing. And then we actually jumped in the cold pool, which was not heated. And so it was like
wow.
very hot, very cold. And I love that vibe.
Yeah.
I love saunas. I've done cryotherapy. It's fun. But I don't know that it's necessarily that helpful or like worth it.
Yeah.
Like infrared saunas are expensive. You don't need to be doing all that. But jumping in a cold pool, love that.
Why not? Yeah. Yeah, like you said. And I feel like the people that get really into it are like really into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's changed their life sort of thing. And I respect that. But personally, just not something I ever got into. So,
Yeah. I've done cryo and I like will always jump in a cold pool. And it does make me feel like alive. Like last night when we jumped in, I was like,
yeah.
I haven't felt this alive in years. Like this is amazing. But I don't notice any like long-term benefits necessarily. I think it's just like a shock to your
Right.
system. And it just is like, woo, which I
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
Have
Why
you
not?
have you done like cryo or saunas or hot yoga or anything?
I've done saunas. I have done just like a little bit of, have you heard of like Wim Hof?
No.
And his like he does this like breathing exercise, but he also does a lot of cold plunges.
Mm.
And my uncle was really into all of that stuff when I lived with him. And so sometimes I do like cold shower breathing exercises to help with my anxiety. And honestly, it kind of worked in the moment, but
Mm-hmm.
just in the end, it just wasn't anything I could stick to.
Yeah. You know what? I'm backpedaling a little bit. I was thinking of this initially from like a muscle recovery standpoint, which I don't think it's like
Mm,
or like I feel like people claim that it cures chronic illness and like all this crazy stuff.
right.
But I do see the benefits of like mental aspects because like I said, it does make
True.
me feel real alive. It does make me feel real good. Or
Yeah.
even like a hot bath with like steam. Like
Yeah.
that will make me
All
feel
right.
amazing. Now that we're talking about it, or the
Yeah,
jacuzzi
I'm like,
last
okay,
night,
wait.
I was so relaxed. It was
Oh,
amazing.
I would do anything for jacuzzi.
Hmm.
I am a jacuzzi lover. So, yeah, I guess this is accurately rated.
Okay, fine, fine.
Fine, you got
You
us.
win.
All right, the next one is so funny to me. Cottage cheese is really having its moment right now in pop culture, and I've never tried it, but I don't plan to. So, it's not for me. Over.
Yeah, I was so shocked to see that this was the food trend of the moment. I saw like a couple girls post it, but it was like very niche like holistic health girlies that I follow. And so I'm like, okay, maybe this is like a CMOS thing where like, you know, it stays pretty
Right.
niche and not everybody jumps on it. But I've seen it everywhere. Like cottage cheese
Yeah.
ice cream, cottage cheese mixed into eggs, cottage cheese on toast. Like anything you could put cottage cheese on, the girlies are putting it on it, which is
Mhm.
crazy to me. I thought that it was like a widely hated food. Was it not?
I know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like you either love it or you hate it. Like growing up, I think one of my brothers loved it, but I never really liked cheese a lot growing up, so I just wasn't interested. But now it's like I just gone so long in my life without trying it that like I'm scared.
Yeah. No, I do think it's like a good source of protein or whatever. So if you like
For
it,
sure.
definitely, eat it all you want. Be a cottage cheese girly.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll be trying it. I don't think I've had it since I was like really, really little, and I don't even really remember what it tastes like. But like you said, I've gone this long without it. I don't really have any strong pull to try it. Okay. Our next one is 12-3-30, which I love 12-3-30. I be doing it all the time. But it is really challenging. I feel like the girlies on the internet make it seem like it's just a quick little
Mm,
like walk. No, it's so hard. And
it's
especially,
hard.
yeah, like if you haven't done it before, like I remember the first time I did it, I was like huffing and puffing and I looked down and it had been like 3 minutes. I was like, oh, there
Literally, I
is
couldn't
no way.
finish the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really hard. But I think like okay, this has been my life hack of the moment. I am in my iPhone game era, and I play little iPhone games all the time, and I've been playing them on the treadmill. Like time passes by so quickly. Life hack: play Candy Crush on the treadmill. Like, why are we not talking about
I
this?
love that.
And so I did it the other day while I was playing my game, And like easy peasy. It went by so quick.
Yeah. Wow. I think it's underrated in the sense that people don't realize how great of a workout it is.
Yes.
But I mean, obviously, a lot of people, it's very popular, so maybe accurately rated, but I don't know. Definitely not overrated, that's for sure.
Yeah. I also think like you don't have to make it exactly 12 3 30. Like sometimes I'm not trying
Right.
to like incline walk that much, and so I'll do like an 8 and then I'll bump it up to like a 3.3 cuz my legs are long, so 3 is like pretty slow for me. So I feel like
Yeah.
make it your own, customize it, or do like 10
Yeah.
minutes of it as a little warm up or at the end of your workout. Like the thing that I don't like about it is that it is so specific. Like everybody feels like they need to do 30 minutes, which, like I said at the beginning,
Right.
it's so hard. Like you don't need to push yourself. You can work your way up to it. And also, I see a lot of like 12 3 30 transformations that people are like, I lost 50 pounds in 2 months doing 12 3 30. And I'm
Mm.
just like, it's not going to work for everyone, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. All right, the next one are greens drinks. So all of those little powders that people are mixing into their water, using their little frother, drinking them. Lots of sponsored posts out there, lots of different brands these days too. But I don't know. I think they're overrated. I've tried one before and it's like, I don't know. I could understand maybe mixing it into like a smoothie or something just to like add some extra, stuff, but I don't think people need to be drinking it like every single day, and it's not as like magical and like curable as people think it is.
I see a lot of Bloom, of course, sponsored posts with the
Mhm.
girlies being like, "This cured my IBS, my digestive
Yeah.
issues, my bloating," and it's just like, I think they're fine. And like I've tried Athletic Greens, I haven't tried Bloom or any of the other ones, but I mean they're fine. They taste good, but I think the issue that I have with them is that the people who maybe would need a greens powder or like need more nutrition aren't the ones that are taking a greens powder. The people that are taking a greens
Right.
powder are the girlies that are having like 5 different vegetables with every meal. Like you're just gonna pee out the extra vitamins and minerals. Like you don't need to be doing all that. Um,
Yeah.
I don't think it could hurt, but I don't. I think they're overhyped
Right.
for like the crowd that takes them. You don't need to be doing that.
I agree.
You eat a lot of veggies,
I
girly.
agree.
Okay, our next one is Pilates. I'm curious to hear your thoughts because you're a Pilates princess. What do you think?
Okay. I personally think it's actually underrated. A lot of people talk about it, but when I go to my classes, I'm like the only young girly there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with a bunch of moms and grandmas, and I respect that, like love my ladies, but I feel like for our generation, like no one's actually showing up to these classes, and it's a fabulous workout. It's so fun. It's it's challenging, but it's not like you don't leave like, "Oh my god, that was so hard." Like you leave like, "Oh, that feels good. I feel stretched and like just like relaxed." And I don't know. I personally think it's underrated, and I just want to encourage everyone to at least try it out.
I love Pilates, and I think it's kind of underrated, like you said about 12 3 30. Like people don't really take it that seriously. Like it's more of like a cute
Yeah.
little activity they think, but it is really hard, especially if you go to like a good reformer class.
Yeah.
That like you will be shaking. It's so hard. But I
I
love
love
it.
reformer. Yeah. It's so fun to be on the machine, and it can be intimidating at first, but like my studio does like free intro classes where they just teach you how to use all the equipment, and I'm sure a lot of studios do that. So, yeah, try out a free class and see if you like it.
Yeah, so fun. I also love that um you don't get it is really hard. I don't want to like discredit it, but you don't it's hard in a different way where like you don't get super sweaty. Do you feel
Yeah,
like I like it because I can do it more often without washing my hair all the time.
for sure. Yeah, it's not like a cardio hard where you're like huffing and puffing and like sweating, your heart's racing. It's just like a really good like burn
Mhm.
in your muscles.
Yeah. And even you get sore in places and you're like, I've never been sore there before. Like,
Yeah,
why are the back of my arms sore? Or like some random spot that you wouldn't normally work
right.
out, like if you did cardio or something. So I think it's super fun and I love it.
All right, we're going to move on to our next topic section, which is like celebrities and social media. Starting off, we have Alex Earl. I feel like the biggest influencer of the moment right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to ever speak ill upon her, but um listen. Love her to death. But it's like a lot of hype.
Yeah. It would be hard
That's
to
like a lot of
say,
pressure.
yeah, it would be hard to say that she's accurately hyped just because she's so hyped that it's like
Yeah.
astronomical. I think she's, like you said, love her. She's so cute. She's amazing. But if we do look at the facts, like, there's a lot of Alex Earls in the world and they're not receiving the same
Yeah.
hype. So I'd say, like, she is overhyped, but I love her. I love her. She deserves
Right?
it, but it is just, it's a lot.
It is. Okay, I'm glad we agree.
Yes. I know. I was like, should I be the one to say it or who's going
I
to do
know
it?
we just sat in silence, like, all right, take it away.
Okay, our next one is Timothy Chalamet.
Overhyped, sorry.
Overhyped.
Love him though. Great actor. I respect that. Cute guy, I guess, but it's like a lot
Yeah, it is a
as
lot.
well.
Another white boy of the month. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
everybody overhyped him, and now I don't even think he necessarily was going for that. Like, I think he really like is in it for the
Yeah,
acting. Like, he seems like a
for
very,
sure.
very talented, very. I feel like didn't he go to some like prestigious acting school? Like, he's the real
Yeah.
deal. And so I feel like yeah, he is an amazing actor, but as like uh a heartthrob figure,
I
overhyped.
know. For sure.
Yeah. Also,
Agreed.
didn't he give like everyone chlamydia? Like, we can't give him too much credit. He is a man at the end of the day.
Not the NYU chlamydia.
Not chlamydia gate.
Oh my god. Our next one is Sophia Richie. She is also really having her moment, like surrounding her wedding. I can't remember what her new last name is, so sorry.
Yeah, me
But
neither.
yeah, Sophia Richie. I think she's been underrated,
Yes.
and she's finally getting the recognition she deserves. She's always kind of been an it girl, and I think people kind of like didn't hate on her, but like when she was dating Scott Disick, I think that like tainted people's view of her just because people don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she was a victim, and I think she's just like really found herself and her style, and it's like really different and unique and like polished and cute. And so yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I'd say she is having her moment right now, but I feel like it evened out the hype because she was so
Right.
underhyped and now she's so overhyped. You know, you win some, you lose some. It
Yeah.
evened out. And I do love her. I just love watching her like a little science experiment because she is just
Totally.
so luxurious. Everything about her wedding was like, oh my god, stunning.
Yeah.
And she just doesn't even seem real. I'm like, where have you been, girly? Like, why have you not been posting
Yeah.
videos this whole time? Like, I didn't even know that I needed you, and now here you are.
I know.
I love her, and she seems really sweet, like just like a very cute girly. She seems
Mm-hmm.
nice. I like it.
Yeah. A nice Nepo baby. I
Yes,
respect that.
yes. Our next one is my man Devin Booker.
How did that get in there? Oh my
Oh my god, who
god.
wrote that
That's
down?
crazy. Who wrote that? Who submitted that, guys?
Come on, fess up.
Underrated.
Mm-hmm. I
These
am.
people love to hate.
I was gonna say I'm not even lying. Like, it sounds like I'm lying if I say underhyped, but I feel like in the NBA he is not well respected
No,
at all, and he's an amazing
it's
player.
wild. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that Shaq said like he did really
Yeah, I
good, but
saw
he
that.
won't do that again. And then he did, and then he had to issue like a public apology. He was like, Devin Booker, I'm sorry for doubting
Period.
you. And so I feel like yeah, maybe he did really good in the playoffs, even though the rest of the team did not
Yeah.
pull through. And so I feel like people kind of started to respect him a little bit. I saw like some TikToks about it and stuff. But yeah, I mean, apart from being amazing, perfect, and beautiful in every way, he's also an amazing basketball
Yeah.
player, and I think he deserves the
Yeah.
credit.
Period. And he has great taste,
He does.
style. great home
Mm-hmm.
decor. He just seems like a cool dude. You know, he's taking his little film photos. Love that.
Yeah, he seems like a low-key guy. His style is very simple, very minimal. He has like his cute little
Hmm.
vintage cars. Yeah, I think I think he deserves more, honestly. He deserves a
Yeah,
raise. He
I think he
deserves
deserves
everything.
literally like. I'm glad we agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving away from celebrities, we have like a social media trend, which is digital camera pictures. Now, this person, we've never actually discussed this, I don't think.
I don't think so.
I find it so funny.
Right?
Like, we have discovered cameras, and it's groundbreaking to people. They're like, you can take a picture not on your phone, but on an actual camera, and they're like, oh my God. And it's so funny to me. I cannot.
I know it's really silly to me because it's not even like it's a new digital camera that's like the camera of the moment. I think a lot of people are talking about like older, a little bit older cameras from like the 2000s that we had growing up, which are just like the most basic digital camera you can get. And also I feel like the trendy one of the moment is the G7X, which has been the vlogging camera of like the decade. Like we used
Literally.
that, or I don't know if you had one, but I had one way back when I made YouTube videos in like high school. And so I think it is really funny that people just discovered it and then everybody was like, I need one, even though it's just a digital camera. Like we had those when we were
Literally.
5.
Just to take their outfit photos. Like, I don't know. Very overrated for that purpose, I
Yeah.
think.
That being said, though, the pictures do always slay. Like, I think it's the
They do.
flash that people really like. And I don't think
Hmm.
the only way you can get that is with a digital camera. I think you could,
Hmm.
any camera will do the trick. You could get it with a film camera with flash. Um,
Exactly.
but yeah, I don't know if it's a very it's like easy to tell what photos were taken on a digital camera. It is like a style. So I'm curious to
Yeah.
see if that style will kind of, you know, fade out.
Yeah. Curious to see the longevity of this.
Hmm. That being said, though, I do want to start making YouTube videos, and if I were to, I
Period.
would buy a G7X, and I might mess around with some pictures a little bit. Who knows? I
Yeah.
think they
If you
look
already have
good.
it,
Yeah, I think they look good. I don't think it's anything groundbreaking. Okay, now we're gonna get into some different social media platforms. Our first one, TikTok. How do we feel?
accurately hyped.
I think it is too. I think a lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. It evens out. Some people literally think it's evil and it's ruining society, and other people have made a whole career on it. So it's just like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's the social media of the moment. It's like definitely what I spend the most time on, probably what a lot of people
Same.
spend the most time on. Like, yeah, it is what it is. I think it's here to stay,
Yeah.
and it's just a good old way to rot your brain.
Yep. Oh, I love it. My
Hmm.
favorite time of the day.
Enrichment time in my closure when I just lay down and scroll for a
Literally.
little bit.
Next app, Instagram. It's overrated at this
Hmm.
point, and I
Hmm.
think we are all on the same page with that.
Yeah, I'm at such a weird place with it. I don't know. I do really like seeing what my friends post and stuff, and I have
Hmm.
people that I follow on Instagram that don't really use TikTok, so like I only see their videos and their pictures on Instagram. So it's like it's still necessary in my life, but it's just not exciting. I don't scroll on it that much. Like mostly what I use it for is watching stories. And it like puts all
Right.
your
Same.
most interacted with people at the beginning. So I'll scroll through like, my 10 favorite people's stories and then I'll just swipe out of the app. I'm just like over it.
I feel the same way.
Okay, our next one is Twitter, which do you use Twitter?
On occasion I'll scroll. Brandon loves Twitter, so sometimes he'll send me funny stuff, but I mean, it is dead.
Yeah.
And it will it last much longer? Who knows? It's a rocky area.
Yeah, I remember in high school and even into college, Twitter was like my go-to. Like I loved Twitter. It was so
Mhm.
funny. It was so fun. And I think I got a new phone a couple years ago, like probably like 2 years ago now, and I just never downloaded the app and I never missed it. So I literally haven't logged into Twitter in like 2 years. But yeah, I don't think it's even hyped at all. I haven't heard anyone talk about Twitter in so long.
There's just no comment,
No.
really.
She's dead. I haven't heard that name in years.
Okay, guys, we have had the most technical issues ever on this episode. My like Madison was having headphone trouble. I was having it. I just had it again. Had to switch out my headphones. It's just the enemy, the devil, does not want this episode to air because it knows that this is gonna pop off and we're gonna have so much success starting here, and they're just afraid of our power.
No, literally, we're so delusional. Like we're like fighting for our lives right now, trying to record this, and we're like, it's a sign. It's a sign for
It
sure.
is. Good things are coming.
Why was that my first thought though? Literally, she put her headphones back on, and we were like, "Yep, that was a sign from the universe. Like this episode's gonna blow up."
We're the same kind of delusional. I love it.
I know, I do love it. That being said, though, technical difficulties might be the end of me. I hate nothing more than a technical difficulty.
Because, like, I don't know what to, like, especially with headphones, I'm like, they're working or they're not. I don't really know what to do.
Turn it off, turn it back on. That's about all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got. So,
praying for a smooth
well,
ending to this episode.
yes, just a little bit more to go. Well, let's just stop talking about Twitter.
Yeah.
And we'll just move on.
Moving on.
So I added Reddit to this because I've just started using it a little bit more, and now I feel like it's underrated, even though I know it's very widely used. But
yeah, I think it kind of has like a what's it called? A reputation for being like a certain type of person uses Reddit, you know? But I do think it's useful. Even like say I'm having like this is so terrible, but say I'm having like a medical issue. Like I'm like headache in left temple, sharp piercing pain, Reddit. Something will come up and somebody has experienced the same thing. I think it is extremely useful for like almost anything. Like why can you find anything on Reddit?
No, like before bed last night, I was looking up people's favorite Indomie instant noodle flavors. I wanted to know what everyone was thinking because I was like, I haven't tried all of them, but like I want to know, am I missing out on something? And yeah, the answers were there.
Yeah, I don't have an account and like I don't really know how to use it. Like if I went to reddit.com and like, you know, I'm unfamiliar with the platform, but I do use it a lot just for like Googling things and putting Reddit at the end of it. I always trust people on Reddit. Like my source is Reddit and I trust it.
Period. I agree.
Okay, next one is Snapchat. If it has any hype at all, it is overhyped. I hate Snapchat.
Absolutely.
I've always hated it.
I deleted that so long ago. Yeah, I was never really into it, but I think I saw actually like I don't know, like some sort of podcast clip where one of the TikTok boys, probably like Bryce Hall or I don't know, like they make a lot of money posting on Snapchat. And like that's crazy. I didn't know people were still using that. But yeah, gross. I don't like it.
I know. I was never that into it. I remember like I would post on my story sometimes, but the concept of actually Snapchatting somebody like pictures back and forth makes me sick to my stomach. Like I just would never ever ever. Like that sounds so please grow up and text me. Like why are you trying to contact me through Snapchat? I also don't have the app and I haven't for years. Maybe I'll re-download it just to see if anybody I have added is still posting because like please.
That would be funny.
Yes. But I saw that about David Dobrik because I know he posts on Snapchat a lot and he makes like millions, like crazy, crazy money. I think maybe they're just trying to keep it alive because say like somebody like Bryce Hall is posting on TikTok, like if you love Bryce Hall, you want to see his content everywhere. Right. So then you'd use Snapchat. So it makes sense. They're trying to keep it alive, revive it a little bit, but let it die, please.
Yeah, please. If you're like out of college and you have snap streaks with people, that's concerning to me.
It has to be a form of mental illness at that point.
Yeah. And I'm sorry if this offends anyone, but I think you should just evaluate that a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's think on it.
Actually, I'm not sorry if it offends you because you need to be honest with yourself and you need to think about why as a grown person you're using Snapchat. If somebody asked me for my Snapchat nowadays, I would punch them in the face.
I'd be so confused.
Like, that's offensive.
Yeah. I can't believe you think I have that.
Right? No, but after all that being said, I am re-downloading it after this episode to see what people from high school are posting.
Our last app is Pinterest. Underrated, in my opinion. It is my bread and butter. It is the love of my life, and I'm on it every single day.
Yeah, I love Pinterest. I feel like for a while it was like not even on the radar. I've been using it for like a couple
Hmm.
years now. And I feel like I used to be like embarrassed to be like, ooh, I was making my Pinterest board. But now I think more and more people are using it and it's becoming like more of a vibe.
Hmm.
So I think hype is increasing, but still not hyped enough. I Pinterest is my baby. I love it so much.
Same. Yeah. I use it like kind of how I would use Tumblr. Like, I don't just go on to make a certain kind of board. I'll just scroll through my homepage and just
Hmm.
like look at all the good stuff. Ah, love it.
Yeah, same. And I have a board for everything. Like, and I feel like it is
Hmm.
like a really creative platform. Like
Yeah,
it gets me thinking. It gets like me inspired with fashion, with home decor, cooking. Like it can be so helpful for a lot of things. It's kind of the same as Reddit, where like you could look up something on Pinterest and find it. Like if you're looking for
for sure.
like summer jort outfit, you could find like a bunch of different ways that people have styled the humongous jorts that we talked about in last episode. And
Right.
yeah, I've used that a lot. Or even like makeup looks. Like I have a makeup board,
Mm,
and so if I'm like feeling a little spicy and I want to like do something that's not my normal look, I'll like recreate a Pinterest photo, and it's just so fun. I love it.
I know. It's the best.
Hmm.
It's like the least toxic app, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Because even though it is like everything on Pinterest is so cute and the girls are slayed and their life is perfect, it doesn't really make me feel bad. I'm just like inspired. I'm like, dang,
Yeah,
their house is so cute. Like, I want to decorate my living room like that. It's not like, yeah,
exactly.
it's not toxic or negative for any reason. I don't know why, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Our last category is places or things to do. Um, First, we have LA and New York. Do you have a preference?
Mm, both are overrated to me. I don't know. I could never live in either. I think right now I'm more itching to visit New York.
Same.
So I'll say that.
Yeah. I guess, technically lived in both. I lived in New York for a summer
You
and I
have.
lived in LA for a little over a year. I love both, honestly. I'm a city girl. I love it. But I
Mhm.
do think like LA specifically is, well, they're both really hard places to live in. Like they're so inconvenient for so many different reasons. So I think they
Mhm.
are overhyped in that they're like romanticized and like kind of like
Right.
end goal for a lot of people when I think people would be happier in a lot of other places. But I love both and I love to visit both. I have friends in both. You know, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of other cities are amazing too, and so yeah, I think those two are specifically overhyped a little bit, but they are great.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I've found other cities as I've gotten older that are more like, I don't know, aspirational to me.
Hmm.
So they're just like kind of to me at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, next is spending all day at the beach. Personally, I think it's overrated. I am not like, I can do maybe 2 hours tops and then I gotta go. The sand everywhere, all of the sun, and I'm just like, it's just like not really my vibe, but yeah.
I think it's so overrated. Yeah. I get it. Like I get going to the beach, especially if you don't live by the beach. I feel like people want to like take it
Hmm.
in. But I think it's so much more enjoyable in small doses. Like why can't we just go to the
Yeah.
beach for like a couple hours in the morning or like a couple hours at night in the middle of the day even and then like shower off after, feel
Yeah.
clean. I just hate feeling sandy and like hot and sweaty and being there all day. It's just like it's too much. Like I don't know, I'm just not into it.
No, I agree. And it's like, I'm not going to spend the entire time in the water,
Hmm.
but like my electronic devices are going to overheat if I try to use them. And like the sun, like I can't see my phone screen. So, like, really, my only option is to like crack open a book or something. I don't know. I just feel like I get bored at the beach easily.
I know, yeah. I feel the same with like laying out. Like people that love to lay out at the
Yeah.
pool. I'm like, I'll swim for like an hour or two and like, lay out in little breaks in the middle, but I don't want to lay in the sun all day. Like you said, your phone
Yeah.
overheats. What am I gonna do? Just stare at the sky? Like it's boring.
I agree. I agree.
Okay, our next place is Target. I as much as I love Target, I think it's overhyped.
I know. I agree.
I like
But I'm still gonna go like multiple times a week.
Oh
But it
yeah.
is overhyped.
Yeah, I love meandering around Target, but I think I realized how overhyped it was when I saw somebody, I think they were like from the UK or maybe, I don't know, somewhere
Mm,
in Europe. And they came to the US and they were like, I'm so excited to go to Target. Like, they were like, it was like on their bucket list of things to do in the US. And I was like, girl,
wow.
I mean, it's fun. It's a good store, but like, you probably got something
Yeah.
similar. Like, it's really nothing
Yeah.
special.
Exactly.
I do love it because it's like they have like if you need makeup, if you need home decor, if you need groceries, like they have it all.
Hmm.
But yeah, overhyped.
Our next one is drinking. So I put this because I'm kind of in a weird. I always okay. I never really got into drinking, especially in college. Wasn't really for me. And then I had like a little bit of a drinking phase. Not like literally during COVID, I would drink with my family. Like we would just had nothing else to do, so be like, let's do some Fireball. And then my IBS got super bad, and I actually couldn't have a drink without like being physically ill. But now I'm reintroducing it back into my life, just like a little cocktail here and there socially. But I think overall, like the idea of going out to the bars and getting drunk is like way overrated.
Hmm.
Not for me, never was for me. But I think like the art of like making a cute little cocktail at home, underrated.
Hmm. Yeah, I have never been a huge drinker like in high school, college, even like when I was 21, 22. Like I didn't really drink that much. Even like I think last year I went like 6 or 7 months without drinking at all just because I was
Mhm.
like, I want to see if I feel any different or like if it makes a difference in my life. Even though before I would just like have a drink here or there, I was never like a heavy drinker.
Right.
But I didn't drink at all for a while. And then I started drinking a little bit more, like, and by that I mean having a drink like once
I
or
know,
twice a
right?
week. Like, I truly, the funny thing is, I don't think I've ever been like drunk, literally ever. Like, I have never really even had a hangover. Like when I say drinking, I mean
Wow.
like a drink. I've truly never drinking that
Literally.
much, which is so silly. But that being said, like the other night, because Ben's friends are in town, like I had a couple drinks. It was fun. It's a good time sometimes.
Mhm.
I think when it's not a fun time is like if you are getting hungover or you're getting sick, like
Yeah.
it's not cute. It's not fun anymore. You're ruining your whole weekend. Like I can't imagine blacking out like every weekend. Like that sounds so miserable to me. And the people
I
love it.
know.
Like people really, really love it. And I'm just like, damn.
And in public,
Ooh,
scary.
yes. You can do embarrassing stuff.
Yeah.
Also, you just then you feel awful for like your whole weekend and
I
beginning of the
know.
week.
It's just I'm such a baby with hangovers. I can't. I also I don't think I've gotten drunk in at least a year since the IBS incident.
Hmm.
But and I don't feel the need to anymore. It's just not necessary. Like if you want to get tipsy, but anything more than that is just kind of pointless to me. It stops being fun.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's not even fun anymore. I think it's over drinking in excess is overhyped. Drinking in moderation is underhyped. Like I feel like people think you
Period.
can't have a good time with just one or two drinks every once in a while. That's the best time. Like you still remember
Yeah.
everything, you feel good the next day and you got a little loose, you got a little crazy the night before.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people don't really appreciate that. When like that's how it should be,
Yeah.
you know? Okay, our last one, I surprisingly didn't even put this. I think this was Emma. Arcades, severely, chronically, disgustingly underhyped. Why are we not all going to arcades? They're so fun.
Justice for
Justice
arcades.
for arcades. You need to find a barcade in your area and get a group of friends together and go. Please tell me, do it and tell me that it's not the best time you've ever had. It's so fun.
I haven't even done it yet. I want to do it so bad.
It was really funny because Ben's honestly better at basketball than me. Like he beats me every time, but people don't really care because he's a boy. This is the society that we live in. They don't care because he's a boy, and then I do it, and I do a little bit worse than him, but still better. The whole arcade hypes me up. The people love it because they don't think a girl can be good at basketball. And then I pull up,
Yeah.
I beat the high score, and everybody loves it. I think I just like it for the ego
Listen,
boost. It's so fun.
as you should. I like seeing that video you had just posted on your story of you. Like, y'all, believe me when I say it's actually impressive. Like, she was on fire. She's like not missing a single shot and like going really fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're not even looking, you're just like throwing it up and it's like swishing. It's really cool.
Yeah. I wasn't lying. I
Respect.
wasn't lying. I am pretty good.
No.
Yeah, but arcades in general, even just the vibe of them, like the retro games, so
Mhm.
cute. I love it.
I love that. Yeah. I'm excited to be in my arcade era.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, very underrated.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yes.
Well, that is everything we have. This was a really fun episode.
This
I
was.
love giving my unsolicited opinion.
My favorite, and on a variety of topics.
Yes, yes, we really hit all the different categories. So fun.
Yeah, maybe we'll post on our story a few of these and y'all can vote on if it's over or underrated.
Yes,
That could be fun.
I would love to hear.
So go follow us on our Instagram at bandpractice.podcast. We have the same username for TikTok. We post fun things sometimes. And you can also find our social media links in the show notes if you want to go follow us.
Yes, thank you guys. DM us too. We love hearing from you guys.
Yes.
And leave us a rating and review. We also love to read those. You can leave us 5 stars,
Mm.
leave a little review on Apple Podcast, or a thumbs up and a comment on YouTube. And I just wanted to say to the enemy, we will not let you hold us down. We finished this episode, so take that, biatch.
Take that. Oh, feels so good to prevail.
I know. Oh my god, they wanted to hold us down so bad, and we did it.
You know,
They
we
are
just
punching the
can't.
air right now, I swear.
Literally. Man, I'm gonna be trying to edit this and it's gonna like, I don't know, my computer's gonna break or something. I'm scared.
The fight is not over. If you are hearing this,
Yeah, fight's not
if you
over.
are hearing this, we have prevailed and we deserve a trophy. Congratulate
Literally.
us, honestly.
Success.
If you're hearing this,
Yes,
we
please.
deserve it.
Yeah. Give us some praise.
Uh,
All right. Well, this was fun. I can't wait to hear what you all think on some of these topics. And I guess we'll see you for our next band practice.
yeah, thank you guys. We love you, and we'll talk next week. Bye.
Bye.